So it's Halloween. Um, this is my Halloween video. Um, yeah, yeah. So I actually drew this sketch like several months ago, just because I was excited about Halloween and my new characters and all that fun stuff. So this was more when I was designing the characters that I got excited about, and I just wanted to draw them. Um, yeah. And also I was just like flipping through my sketchbook, and I didn't know what to do for Halloween because I have several characters that could be used for Halloween, but like I have Ray, my raven boy, and he's kind of a creepy circus vibe kind of dude. And then I have like Button, my necromancer elf, and I also have like a variety of other characters. But yeah, for now, I just decided to go with this. Yeah, you may have noticed that, well, at least if you know these characters. If you don't, I made a video on them, and I'll link it in the description if you want to know more about them. But yeah, the characters are Thomas, Casper, and Lacey. So if you know these characters, you may have noticed that Mel and Genzy aren't here because at the point that I ended up sketching this actual drawing, I hadn't actually created them yet. They didn't exist yet. I had like vague ideas, but they weren't like actual characters in the story yet. So yeah, they're kind of like new-ish additions. They're like not like 3 months old. So yeah, like I had their personalities down a while ago. Like shortly after I made Thomas and Casper and Lacey, but I never like decided what they looked like and all that stuff and backstory until I made that character lineup. So now that I have them, maybe I'll do them next year. I don't know. But yeah, so I have in this drawing I've got Thomas, Casper, Lacey, and Sock. And if you don't know these characters, Thomas is the tall boy in the werewolf costume. Sock is the small ghost. Casper is the larger ghost with the scarf, and Lacey is the witch. So yeah, um, yeah. Um, for how I did this drawing, and my process and everything, I sketched it out traditionally in my sketchbook, and then I took a photo of it my iPad Pro, and I imported it to Procreate, and then just cropped the canvas and messed around with the settings until I liked how it looked. You can also I've seen people like edit the photo before they put it into Procreate so that the whites are lighter and the blacks are, and the graphite is darker. I didn't do that because I did this sketch with pink Prismacolor Color Erase pencil, so I don't think that would have worked, but I don't know. So yeah, and then after I imported it, I made a new layer, and I started doing the liner. A lot of people they make the rough sketch in their sketchbook, and then they go over and make like a refined sketch. I've never done refined sketches. It's just one sketch for me. Maybe I could benefit from that, but I tend to like to just go from the sketch to the liner, because if I spend too much time on that kind of thing, it gets really stiff, and I already struggle with having really stiff drawings. So yeah, so for the liner, I use a basic Procreate brush, and it's called Peppermint, and it's just in the sketching thingy, in the sketching category, and I just use that for the line art because I like the sketchy feel and the like soft feeling that you get with it. I also have kind of used that as my way around the line art never looking as good as the sketch, because it's really just like a second sketch and there really is no line art, it's just a second really refined sketch. So yeah, I mean, that's just what I do. As for like the drawing, I just there's like it's kind of self-explanatory. I just wanted to draw my characters trick-or-treating, so I did. Yeah, and I tried to get their costumes to kind of fit their personalities. I feel like Thomas probably I made Thomas's costume kind of like lame. I mean, like I would wear it. It's cool. I would wear it, but like plain, I guess. Lame is not the right word, but just more chill than Casper and Lacey's. Just based on what I thought their personalities would be like. Casper made his, and Lacey bought hers, and Thomas threw his together with things he already had, kind of thing. Minus the ears and the tail, but whatever. Yeah. So also, I feel like Casper or Lacey chose that costume for him. I don't think that's a very I don't think Thomas is not the kind of character I think that would dress up for Halloween, but I think he would for his friends. So yeah. Or maybe he would, he just wouldn't tell his friends. You know? I'm not so sure. But yeah. So I made him a werewolf, and then I made Casper a ghost because it's like the classic Halloween costume. It's like a ghost. And I just thought it would be cute. I was trying to think of like classic things. So originally I was gonna make Thomas a vampire, but I went with the werewolf instead because I just liked how it looked, and I didn't like the way that I drew the vampire costume. I'm not super good at drawing vampires. So yeah, I was trying to stick with like, you know, classic Halloween costumes and stuff. And so the first classic ones that I thought of were werewolf, ghost, and technically black cat, but I didn't want Lacey and Thomas to look too similar, so I ended up just making her a witch instead because that's also pretty classic. For her outfit, or for Lacey's outfit, I just looked up like kids' witch Halloween costume because I never dressed up when I was younger, so I do now, but I never did before. So I don't like really have a ton of experience with Halloween costumes, and I wanted to like give the kind of, you know, like bought Halloween costume and not made. So yeah, I think I could have done better, but I tried. The dress was supposed to be tulle, but I didn't do a very good job of conveying that. But yeah. And then yeah, so you may have noticed that when I drew Thomas's shirt, like I drew it pulled up because his arm is up, but I wasn't thinking, and I drew the wrong side pulled up, so his arm is like the other side is pulling up, and later I fixed it, but yeah, that bugged me for a while, and I couldn't figure out what it was until I actually put my arm up like that and like saw how it actually works. So yeah, sometimes, this is a side note, but sometimes when I'm drawing a character and I have like clothes similar to the character's clothes, I just like to like dress up as the character, kind of closet cosplay, and just so then when I want to know how clothing would work in a certain way, because I'm really not good with wrinkles, you can tell that I really don't draw them. I'm not good with wrinkles or tears or any of that kind of stuff. So when I don't know how an outfit works and I have something similar, I just put that on, and then I like take a photo of myself doing the pose. It feels really funny, but it works. So yeah, yeah. I'm proud of the back. Okay, I'm gonna talk about the background now because I'm proud of it. For the background, I was trying to make it look like they were on someone's porch. So, I mean, it kind of worked. Um, so then like the two poles behind them are like the things that are go up and hold the top of the roof, the porch roof. Not porch. Wait, patio? Patio. Patio. I think it's a patio. No. It's a porch. It's a porch. I think. Anyway, so the two poles hold it up, and then there's like Halloween decorations, and I put little eyes on them, on the house, just because I thought it would look cute. And then for the background, I'm proud of how this turned out. I blur my backgrounds because I don't love putting in a ton of detail to them. So I just draw like what I want the background to look like, and then I blur it out so that it's kind of looks like if you take a photograph and you focus on the subject of the photo and not the background. So yeah, I just like how that looks. You can put a lot of I also like detailed backgrounds. I'm just not necessarily good at them. I'm trying to work on that. But yeah. Yeah, so I did all that fun stuff. And then for the way I do shading, I'm not good at shading. I'm still kind of learning how that works, because when I learned, I was self-taught for a very long time, and I never learned how things worked, like wrinkles and shadows and all of that fun stuff that it really helps your drawing look real or more interesting or just better quality. So I never learned how to do any of that stuff. So yeah, so I'm working on that kind of stuff. But for shadows, I make a layer and I like fill it in with a color that I know is darker than everything else, and then I lower the opacity and I make it a clipping layer, and I clip it to the drawing. I clip it to the drawing layer, or the flat color layer, and then I just erase the bits where I want light to be, and then I make another layer that's highlight, and I clip it to the flat color layer, and I erase the bits where all the shadows are, or where it's not super lit up. I didn't do that. I didn't add the light layer in this drawing, just because I thought it looked fine how it was. But sometimes I do that, especially if I want the lighting to be colored, like how I drew a drawing of my OC Riz. I'll throw that on the screen, where her staff is kind of blue and it's lighting up. It's like lighting up one side of her face. So I did the shadows as I normally do, and then I just put like a blue highlight on the side of her face from that was closest to the staff. So I said that very excitedly. So yeah, that's how I do shadows and lighting and stuff. Yeah. Also, if you didn't notice, for all their little trick-or-treating jack-o'-lantern kind of buckets, they all have like different faces due to their personalities. So we got like Thomas's is just kind of like meh. And then Casper's is smiling, although a little creepily, because I mean, we gotta admit, if Casper just smiles 24/7, it's gonna be a little creepy sometimes. He just wants to make everyone happy, okay? So, and then Lacey's is just kind of Lacey, and then we got Sock, his jack-o'-lantern only has one eye, and he's got a smile, just like Casper, even though he doesn't actually have a mouth, but he's a very happy robot. So yeah. And then I have like little bits of candy just on the ground. Also, sock. Instead of candy, he's just got like a variety of things. So he's got a sock in his bucket. So yeah, that's today's drawing. I really hope you enjoyed it. Also, let me know if you prefer my scripted voiceovers or voiceovers where I'm just kind of talking. Um, or if you'd like me to like script some of it and then just kind of talk on other bits. I'm trying to work that out, so let me know. Yeah, I hope you all have a lovely day. Um, and yeah, bye.